Mr. Beat.
What? What did you say?
And Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast!
No, that's a lookalike in a rap battle. Mr. Beast.
That helicopter is carrying a military squad, and it's gonna land right over there. If that squad successfully hunts me down before the end of the day, they get this 100 grand. Run, run, run.
There you go. Two successful YouTubers that have little in common other than their names. And that includes how much success on YouTube both have had. At the time of this recording, MrBeast had 257 million subscribers. In fact, he is the most subscribed to individual on YouTube, with the second most subscribed to channel overall. MrBeast has 1 million subscribers, which is still pretty cool, but you know. According to Social Blade, MrBeast is around the 56,000th most subscribed channel on YouTube. Well, that doesn't make him sound very special now, does it? One makes quickly paced videos with highly professionalized production. The other makes much slower paced videos with much less flashy production. I mean, look at that. That's pathetic. MrBeast makes entertainment videos that sometimes accidentally educate his audience. MrBeast makes educational videos that sometimes accidentally entertain his audience. Most of MrBeast's videos are basically game shows for an audience with a much shorter attention span. Baby boomers and Generation X had The Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune. Gen Z and Generation Alpha have MrBeast. That said, MrBeast also has had success with videos in which you just get to see things that you would never get to see otherwise. There's a lot of stunts, like last person to leave stuff. MrBeast, on the other hand, mostly makes American political history videos. He's mostly known for his videos about American presidents, but he also has more general history stuff, as well as geography and economics stuff. But MrBeast and MrBeast have more in common than you might think. For starters, a bunch of people want both to run for president for some reason. Both have lots of other YouTube channels. MrBeast also runs the channels Beast Reacts, MrBeast Gaming, MrBeast 2, and Beast Philanthropy. He used to have a channel called MrBeast 3. MrBeast also runs the channels The Beat Goes On, Zany Time, Electric Needle Room, and his personal channel. Oh, and he helps run the channel The Felt Show. Both are from Kansas. Yep, MrBeast was born in Wichita, Kansas. MrBeast was born in Topeka, Kansas, although he grew up just outside of Wichita. In fact, when MrBeast was born, MrBeast was attending high school about 20 miles away. Weird coincidence. Both are Kansas City Chiefs fans. Both have been making YouTube videos for a very long time. That said, MrBeast started his channel first. In fact, he is so old that he has been posting videos on YouTube since 2006. The first video he ever dropped was this gem of his band, Electric Needle Room. However, he didn't officially start his MrBeast channel until January 2011. MrBeast didn't start uploading videos to YouTube until 2012. His original channel was called MrBeast 6000. They were just Let's Play videos, mostly Call of Duty stuff. Oh, I should probably say that MrBeast's real name is Jimmy Donaldson. MrBeast's real name is, well, I'm just a kid, another citizen, who is often referred to as Mr. Beat. It's Mr. Beat. Matt Beat, to be exact. The reason why his channel is called Mr. Beat is because he is a teacher who originally started his channel for his students in the classroom, teaching middle school and later high school social studies. Say, let's get into some history, shall we? As I said earlier, Mr. Beat grew up in Kansas, but Mr. Donaldson mostly grew up in eastern North Carolina. MrBeast is quite a bit older, more than 16 years older than Mr. Donaldson. MrBeast graduated from Augusta High School in Augusta, Kansas in 2000, while Mr. Donaldson graduated from Greenville Christian Academy in Greenville, North Carolina in 2016. MrBeast went to the University of Kansas and got a degree in journalism, first working in television and radio. By the time he was in college at East Carolina University, Mr. Donaldson was now MrBeast, and already gaining a decent following on YouTube. YouTube so much that he dropped out of college to focus on building that following. By then, he was making YouTube drama videos and how to YouTube videos. Meanwhile, by that point, MrBeast had changed careers to become a social studies teacher, having got an education degree at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, and soon a master's degree in history at Emporia State University. By 2018, MrBeast was no longer coaching basketball or tennis or DJing weddings, instead now focusing on making history videos as his main side hustle. By then, MrBeast had one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube. He has several viral videos like this one, a 24-hour long video in which he counted to 100,000, and this one, a video of him reacting to the reaction of the reaction to the reaction of the reaction of the reaction to the reaction. Wait a second. Hold on just a freaking second. Did MrBeast rip off MrBeast? A full year before MrBeast did this, MrBeast had already made a similar video over on his, quote, funny channel, the aforementioned Zany Time. The Zany Time video only has 71 views. The MrBeast video has 7.7 million views. Well, that's something. Anyway, also by 2018, MrBeast had already earned the title of YouTube's biggest philanthropist because, you see, by then, most of his views came from videos in which he gave out money or stuff in creative ways. MrBeast would get sponsorships and then use the sponsorship money to give away stuff, turning it into content, baby. The more money he got, the bigger the giveaways and higher production value. By 2018, MrBeast had also strangely had a couple viral videos. This one explaining why there is a Kansas City in both Kansas and Missouri, and this one, a video going through the history of anti-Semitism. Oh boy. By 2021, MrBeast was making more money making history videos than he was teaching, so he left the classroom to make YouTube videos full time. Also by 2021, MrBeast was quickly becoming the biggest YouTuber on planet Earth. Today, his main channel has nearly 49 billion views. MrBeast just has a measly 250 million views. Both are technically entrepreneurs. MrBeast founded MrBeast Burger and Feastables and is an investor in many other companies. MrBeast employs hundreds of people. MrBeast is a two-person operation. It's just him and his wife/partner, Mrs. Beast, together making up Beat Productions. MrBeast has made videos about MrBeast, but MrBeast has not made videos about MrBeast. Before we go any further, let's talk about how your personal information is being sold by data brokers. Yeah, it's messed up. In fact, data brokers are a big reason why you are more at risk of having your identity stolen or being stalked. And you want to know how? It's because they put your personal information out there on the internet, all over the place. Fortunately, there's a solution for this problem, and it's the sponsor of this video, Delete Me, a service I trust to keep your personal information private. I've been using it, and they've already scrubbed my personal information from all kinds of sites. Delete Me removes your personal information that's being sold online. Their privacy experts remove you from hundreds of data brokers all year long. Delete Me sends you personalized privacy reports showing what they found, where they found it, and what they deleted. Get 20% off Delete Me US consumer plans by going to joindeleteme.com/MrBeast and use the code MrBeast at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/MrBeast, code MrBeast. Thanks to Delete Me for sponsoring this video. Okay, back at it. People constantly ask both MrBeast and MrBeast for money. Hey, speaking of which, both are connected via this legendary meme. So yeah, people constantly ask Mr. Breast for money too. But yeah, both do donate money and other resources. That said, MrBeast makes videos showing off his donations. MrBeast does not. I mentioned it briefly before, but MrBeast has a whole channel dedicated to donating resources called Beast Philanthropy. 100% of its advertising revenue, brand deals, and merchandise sales are donated to charity. Honestly, it's an inspiring channel. channel. And MrBeast has much more resources to give out. Today, MrBeast is easily the richest YouTuber in the world. According to various sources, he has a net worth of anywhere between $100 million to up to $500 million. Yeah, it's unclear whether or not MrBeast even has a net worth. He does have a mortgage, though. MrBeast is the co-founder of two organizations that have raised tens of millions of dollars for conservation efforts around the world: Team Seas and Team Trees. MrBeast actually participated in the Team Trees fundraiser after MrBeast launched it in 2019. MrBeast is much better at understanding YouTube's algorithms. At the very least, he cares way more about them than MrBeast. MrBeast cares more about teaching social studies than getting as many people to click on his videos as possible. Dork. Being a much bigger channel, MrBeast is arguably more controversial than MrBeast, despite MrBeast's lukewarm takes on Twitter. That said, MrBeast also has a way more dedicated fan base than MrBeast. I mean, there seems to be lots of people who are willing to die for MrBeast. MrBeast also has way more influence. There's even this thing called the MrBeastification of YouTube, the phenomenon of so many freaking channels copying MrBeast. Today, MrBeast's most popular video has a whopping 607 million views. It's the Squid Game in real life one, in which, you know, he recreated the game from the show Squid Game, except without all the murder, thankfully. The video saw 456 people competing for a $456,000 cash prize. MrBeast's most popular video has 9.2 million views. Yep, it's about American presidents, of course. In conclusion, if you search MrBeast on YouTube, MrBeast videos show up. If you search MrBeast on YouTube, well, okay, now MrBeast videos show up, but that's a recent change, man. Up until a year or so ago, MrBeast videos would show up when you searched MrBeast, but MrBeast can't complain. Apparently, lots of folks have searched up MrBeast on YouTube only to accidentally forget typing in the S and be like, who the heck is this guy? Come to think of it, maybe that's how you came across this video. I have a confession to make. Approximately half of this video was about myself. I'm sorry for talking in the third person like a jerkwad. The reason why I made this video is because I recently surpassed 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and I said for a long time, if I ever surpassed 1 million subscribers on here, I would make a video comparing myself to MrBeast. So it happened, and here's the video. I hope you liked it. If you want to watch more of my compared videos, I have the complete playlist right here if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can find the compared playlist somewhere over the rainbow.